Let's talk about the recap framework. This is a framework that I made and it helps you stay in order, but it helps you get the most out of your content because it's doing something for the other person that you're making content for. That's your audience. So, recap, the R is for the root problem. This is important because most of your audience has probably already tried to solve their own problem. They've probably tried some type of other program, some type of self diagnosis. They've tried something, but they haven't gotten to the root of the problem. So here's an example of a root if I was talking about, let's say, women who are burnt out. Usually they're trying to do things like spa dates and things like getting their nails done, which nothing is wrong with that. But the root of the problem might be in like a boundary that they don't have set, or it might be something with their identity. Here's another example. If I was a fitness coach, when I did that primarily, most people would try to solve weight loss by doing something really, really drastic, really, really fast. So they would do like, I'm gonna do this 20-day no bread diet. It can work, but that's not the root of the problem. And it usually comes back. If you can talk to the root of the problem of your audience, you're going to not only captivate them, but you're going to be able to give them your offer. So the R is for root. Write that down real quick. Ask yourself, what is the root problem of the people who I'm working with or who I want to work with? Is it that they have identity issues right now? Is it they don't have confidence? Something that I see a lot when people who don't post and struggle with social media, they will give you every excuse in the world, but at the end of the day, it's usually a lack of confidence or overthinking. So I address that in my content. So write down, what is the root problem of the people who I want to work with? Try to get detailed about that. Get really, really, make it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Make it simple. What are they really dealing with? R is for root. The E is for empathy. Now, this is something that most gurus miss. They usually talk about the root problem, and then it's more so like I've conquered it so long ago that I can't even identify with what you feel like, which is which is completely wrong. The E is for empathy. You want to let them know that, man, I feel you. It's hard. Let's say in my case where I'm teaching content to make sales, is I know what it feels like to be putting out all that content and not making any sales. Or I know what it feels like to take this high-end coaching program and it's still not produced for you. I want to let them know I feel what you feel. So take a break, write down what can you say in your content so that people know you are empathizing with them. You're not manipulating them. You want to be able to relate to them and feel what they felt. And mainly it's because you've been there before. I don't really run into a lot of people who are coaching people with something they've never been through or something they've never overcome. That's usually not the case. So R is for your root problem. E is for empathy. The next one is one that gets missed a lot. It's C for credibility. Why can they trust you to guide them? Or why should they pick you to help them get the solution? They're picking you because you've either showed them, hey, I know what your root problem is. I can empathize with you, but I can lead you. You want to stay in the place where I can lead you. I can guide you. If you go into the place where you become besties, you won't get the sale. You should become besties. Credibility. You can do this by telling your story. I remember being there and I remember overcoming. Or you have proven track records, your testimonials. You can use all of those. Ask yourself, how can I use my story and my content to let people know I know their root problem, I can empathize with them, and I'm the person they need on their path. I've coached people before in the fitness space where they were overweight and they wanted to help other overweight people come out of that. Amazing stuff because you know all the feelings. You know how to empathize. You know how they felt going into the gym. You know all those things. Now you have to step into the place of being the guide where you lead them to their solution. REC. Now A is for answer, a clear path. This is what I have for you, or I like to say, Mix in some identity. This is who you're going to become. If you're taking this 30-day program, if you're seeing this or you're taking this through a mini course, you probably saw in my copy at the end of this course, you are going to become that identity. Or if you don't take it, you are going to remain the same. I want to give them an answer. What am I selling them? Am I selling them a course, a community, a product? I'm not selling either of those things. I'm selling them into their new identity. So answer is make it clear. Don't make it cute. Don't overcomplicate it. Make it clear. And the last one is P. It's prompting them to take an action. We would call this a call to action on social media. I just call it prompting them to take an action. Book the call. Sign up for the program. Join the community. And if you want to add a little bit of seasoning with it, I also let them know. If you don't, that's okay. I just hate for you to stay stuck in that same place. So let's just go over it again. We have R for the root. What is the root of the problem? E for empathy. How can you empathize with them? C is for credibility. How can I show them I'm the person you need? I have your solution. A is for the answer, which you mix in with a little bit of identity, who they're going to become. And P is for the prompt. Prompt them to take action. So now your next step, write up a script or do it by video. How can you put these things into your content? And let's talk about it.